What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with a new deep dive, or at least a journey through a greatest hits compilation. That is to say, UB40 is a group I've long been familiar with through a couple tunes, including, I think, 2 different covers. I know the I Can't Stop Falling in Love with You cover, which I think was used, it was like a 90s film where someone was like watching people with security cameras. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember seeing and hearing that tune on MTV. I think the music video used like shots from the film, and I know they've done a cover of Red Red Wine. But those are really the only tracks I know. And now my understanding is they're sort of like pop reggae. They're, reggae perhaps with a bit of a like synth pop coloring to the music. I don't really know much about them as a group or about their history. The greatest hits compilation that I'm taking this from, shout out to Adam, is listed as 1980 to 2000, so I don't know if that's just like one part of their career or if that spanned most of the duration of their career and they since stopped making music as UB40. So yeah, don't really have a lot of background here, but I did want to give some UB40 a listen because those 2 covers I mentioned, whatever you think maybe about the songs, going back in different versions, maybe those are preferable, but I do enjoy the sonics and the, again, sort of pop reggae sound of those covers. So I figure we'll hear some other tunes and presumably some original tracks, which maybe this one is. The first track on the compilation is Food for Thought, which is a phrase often used to mean something that you don't necessarily have to act on, something that may not sway your opinion, something that isn't urgent or demanding some sort of response, but something to ponder, something to chew on in a mental sense, and perhaps through that process you might come to a new understanding, you might change your attitude or opinion over time. But yes, there's a sense that it's not time sensitive, but that it's information that a person might be interested to know, and who knows, maybe it will be impactful over time. So that's all I can think of. Let's give it a listen. This is UB40. It's the first track on a Very Best of UB40 1980 to 2000 compilation, and it's called Food for Thought. slow fade. Well, that was this. It's not over yet. No, that was awesome. That was really good. More like, let's say, authentic reggae than I expected. Again, I expected it to be a bit more poppy, but that was just really great, like dub style reggae. And I enjoy a lot of echoes on some of the, not only the horns, but some of the like keys and even the vocals, which, you know, again, it felt very dub style. And the horn work in particular, I just have to comment, like exquisite, soulful, sonorous, and pleasant, just really good horn work. And I like the rhythms, just that slow, smooth, like dub reggae rhythm. The vocals I also enjoyed, though I didn't understand them all clearly. The part that I heard most clearly was the part about like politicians arguing and they're trying to, what was it, like draw up their bargains. It sounds like he's talking about, you know, people who are supposed to be in public service but are just trying to find a way to better their own condition, to pad their own pockets, and to get bargains for them and themselves, or them and their associates, like cronyism. So it feels like a topic that you often find in reggae tracks, but I don't really know some of the other lines of what they're happening. And then it was talking about, like, you know, manna coming from the west, and it, you know, the Christmas day, Jesus, son of Mary, was born not upon this day but today. So yeah, like I wonder whether it's making some cultural observation. I suppose it could just be a more overtly religious sentiment, though I don't quite know, you know, how that would fit into the other lines that I heard about the politicians arguing. But food for thought. I feel like it's, you know, the kind of title that anything you say in that song is like, hey, I'm just putting this out there. I'm just saying this is an observation I've made. You can do with it what you will. It's food for thought. So it's the kind of title that could work with some verses with very different angles or even different subjects entirely. So yeah, again, I'll have to hear it again and maybe just get a better ear for the voice. Because again, there were a couple lines there where I was like, wait, I wasn't quite sure what he said. But yeah, that was really cool, and it makes me even more excited to go through this compilation. Once again, shout out to Adam, who's made a whole wealth of material available. Again, I've been sort of, you know, jumping back and forth and trying to catch up on some things that I've been meaning to get to for a while. And when Adam made his server available again, he had to do some maintenance on it, and then when he made it available again, you know, I was just looking through under, it's like alphabetized, and I remember looking through U for U2, and I was like, oh, UB40's in there too, you know? I've heard them through a couple songs over the years. It'd be cool to listen to some more. I'm glad that that was available and that I made that choice. So when we come back next time, the second track on the compilation is Kingston Town, which I assume is going to be talking about Kingston, Jamaica. So we'll see when we get there. Luca's interested as well, despite her posture. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.